Hi, welcome to Supernatural Selection. I'm your host, Kevin Heyman. With me are Mike the Skeptic. Mike, how you doing?
I need to get these beaver nuggets away from me, otherwise I'll just be crinkling the whole episode.
Yeah, Mike, you're just shoving beaver nuggets in your mouth.
Beaver nuggets.
Beaver nugs. And we've got Mr. David Davis. David, how are you?
I'm doing well. How was Dragoncon?
Dragoncon was fun. I enjoyed myself. Went around dressed as Ford Prefect Joel from Mystery Science. And Ken.
Yeah, I think we'll cover it a little bit more on Distraction Hole, but I do want to say that for this show, we did attempt to attend one panel that was supernatural related. I was out walking around already, and Kevin was back up in the hotel room. So we were going to meet up at the at the lobby, and so Kevin goes to the hotel. Goes to the elevators, and right at that moment, all 4 elevators servicing our range of floors decide to come down and park on the lobby level and just shut off for some reason.
No, I know why. There was a huge, I don't know if you heard it, there was a blaring announcement on our level that somebody had activated a life-saving device, which I'm assuming was the in-wall mounted defibrillators.
Yeah, it was one of those.
And one elevator activated, went and came up with a bunch of security and EMS people. So I was trapped on the floor until well after the thing we were going to started, so I never got to go.
Did they not have stairs?
Well, we were on 25.
Yeah, we were on the 25th floor, so...
It would have been like a Ghostbusters situation.
Oh, yeah.
Even walking downstairs, that many flights of stairs would be, crappy.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it was not a good idea to do. So, and it was some kind of, it was the one about tulpa. Making tulpas. I really wanted to go to that one. But anyway, this week, it's a Weekend Weird. Before we get started, I just want to mention we did get a review this week from the same person that we got one from last time. It is a negative review. We're not going to be reading that one.
So. Yeah. I've had an experience where I've had like a troll kind of follow me around to different things.
Yeah.
And it sucks. It sucks.
And Kevin did too back in the day.
Oh, I've had plenty. Yeah. So, anyway, we're going to move on. We're not going to dwell on that because it's a Weekend Weird. And we have got news of the week, and it's weird. So, I'm going to go first, guys. This one is from the most reputable of news sources, the Daily Star in the UK. Which is kind of like, it's bullshit. It's a tabloid.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, this article, Flat Earther claims aliens live on hidden continents beyond Antarctic ice wall.
Of course they do.
One of the leading members of the Flat Earth community claims that a shadowy conspiracy is hiding entire continents from us, and these secret countries are the true source of UFOs. All right, so... A leading businessman who set out to this is my favorite part of this, by the way. A leading businessman who set out to disprove the idea that the Earth is flat actually became convinced by the conspiracy theory and now claims that there is more land beyond the, quote, ice wall of the Antarctic that's populated by extraterrestrials.
Well look, they said rich and not smart, so...
Yes. It's kind of like Elon Musk. Mike, you were saying?
I'm going to say I need some proof of that. So you're sitting there in your, living room or whatever, coming up with these.
He's got proof.
But how you can't? There's.
No, he's got proof. I'll read on.
Okay.
Of course, he's American conspiracy theorist David Weiss started out believing, as around 90% of others in his country do, that the Earth is a globe. Only 90%.
I'm pretty sure that number's higher. But
I hope it's that's. But over the course of his exploration into the community, he instead became an outspoken advocate of the flat Earth theory. He explained, quote, I was doing really well, and I'm looking into this flat Earth thing, and I said, oh, it's so stupid. Of course we know the Earth is not flat. I mean, how could it be flat? this is crazy. What about all the other planets? But then I tried to disprove flat Earth. I'm going to prove all you flat earthers to be dum-dums, and I'm just going to be done with it, and that's how you become a flat earther. End quote.
So I've seen some people disprove flat earthers, and they did it. They saw, such things as things over the horizon being, going down.
Oh, yeah, no, I understand.
There's a pretty famous picture, from my hometown of the Lake Pontchartrain. They have a series of, power line, the big, metal power.
And they go over,
and they go across this, 20 miles of lake, and with a telephoto lens, if you take a picture of it, you can see these pylons getting shorter and shorter, and, you see less of them as they go down over the curvature of the Earth.
Yeah. Now, one of the biggest turning points for David came when he found a map allegedly made in Tibet tens of thousands of years ago that shows the familiar continents we know today surrounded by a ring of ice. Beyond...
I thought you were going to say it was a map to Thrawn.
Oh, that
no.
too.
No, it is not. Fuck Star Wars and its maps.
What if it's a map to Luke?
You both shut up. Beyond that ice wall are a number of new lands with names such as Happus, Patacia, and Tote.
Is
the
this fucking
moving
Westeros?
island.
Is this
What?
fucking Westeros?
Did you miss that last one, though? Tote, the moving island.
No, it's Toad the Wet Sprocket. You see, I can see how it could be misconstrued.
Now,
It's
if
spelled
it's called
Thoth.
if it's called Tote the Moving Island, it's because someone's pulling it around, right?
Yes, obviously.
Okay.
It's actually spelled Thoth, but I've always heard the correct pronunciation of that is Tote.
So,
Like Alex Tote.
Something like that, yeah.
So we find just an old map, and you just believe it, and that's your proof.
Yeah.
Like I can find an old map that shows there be dragons here.
Well, there be dragons there, obviously. So and his quote from David here, all those extra continents. What's going on out there? David said. If there are people, no,
Sorry,
love that.
it's just me just sitting here.
Yeah, what are you
David said
saying?
this. David said, this is not the same David as me.
Yes, not David Davis. No. If there are people that live out there and they came to visit us, you might consider them an extraterrestrial from outer space, he says.
Yeah, just because I think of people from New Jersey as extraterrestrials,
Well,
because they come from a land that's foreign to me.
They kind of are.
I mean, okay, so I'm like not helping my case here.
No,
but
you're
still,
not, but-
if I meet someone from fucking Tibet, or China or something, I'm not going to consider them extraterrestrial because
They
fucking
are alien,
people.
technically.
Well, they're not alien. They're foreign. And
They're legal aliens.
So he's saying that all these other continents have non-human species.
He hasn't said that.
Okay,
But UFOs, he claims, are clearly from a base in these secret countries rather than some distant planet. Quote, if there are people that live out there and they come to visit us, you might consider them an extraterrestrial from outer space. UFOs, he claims, are clearly from a base in these secret countries rather than some distant planet.
of course.
Of course. Quote, if we're lucky enough to have a UFO coming from the closest star, which is magnitudes closer than any others, and they come here through 25 trillion miles and then they crash at Roswell, all of that's nonsense.
We could agree on one thing, I guess.
Sure, space travel is nonsense because space doesn't exist. But if they're coming from the outer lands, they're right here.
Right here, just
Yep, here.
So here's a reality check for this guy. He's rich,
Okay.
right? You said he was rich?
Sure.
Put him on one of the fucking rockets that
Oh.
the rich people ride on and let him
Oh,
see
no.
for himself firsthand.
Oh, no, I want to put him on the rocket that crazy dude built and watch him crash. You remember that guy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But no, because he would just go, oh, the government just gave me LSD, or he'd just come up with some excuse.
Yeah, a
simulation.
All these
It was a fisheye window.
Because I don't buy the fact that he was a globe Earth believer.
No, I don't
before.
believe that either, but
I mean, sure, he might have thought that, but as soon as he saw this nugget, this beaver nugget of flat Earth,
Okay,
he
you and
just
this beaver
latched
nugget thing.
onto it like a beaver nugget teat.
Okay,
and just
Mike-
kept suckling
On
that
beaver
sweet,
nugget.
sweet honey crisp.
Okay, you really need to put the bag down.
It's over there. I'm not eating them right now.
Okay,
But you're thinking about him.
I'm jonesing, yes.
yes. All right, so he told podcast. God damn it, Mike. He told podcaster James English that these secret countries, I love the phrase secret countries, are the answer to the question that flat earthers are most frequently asked. Why would anyone try to hide the true shape of the planet? Quote, it is to control the human race, David explained. Your thoughts create the world that you're in, and if they can limit your thoughts, they can put you in the matrix. The heliocentric system, the globe, is a matrix. It's a matrix for your mind, and it limits your thoughts.
Right. So this guy's wackadoodle.
Sounds like
And,
Andrew Tate, or at least an Andrew Tate fan.
Yes.
And I won't bring up again the just sheer number of people that would have to be in on it.
Oh, yeah, no, there's no way. He added that he finds it impossible to accept that the Earth is orbiting the Sun at 66,000 miles per hour. The Sun is not a huge incandescent ball of gas in space, he suggests, but actually a living entity. The Sun, Moon, and other planets, quote, are alive, he claims. Quote, I think they're sentient. Think they're part of this entire living system that we're in.
Now, see, this is the problem with capitalism, because when you have enough money, they'll publish whatever bullshit you say in a paper.
Yep. Which explains why David is also doubtful that the moon landings took place, of course. I don't see how anybody could possibly believe it, he said. There's so many issues.
But I guarantee you he uses GPS and doesn't think for a second how
no,
that works.
Not at all. He maintains that we shouldn't believe any of the footage from the Apollo missions because cameras, quote, wouldn't even work on the moon.
Jesus Christ. I already had a slight headache, but man.
The moon landings, like the scientific research that demonstrates the fact that the Earth is a spherical object, are a ploy, quote, to keep you believing the lie, David said. Quote, it's to keep you believing that the government is your god.
You dense son of a bitch. The fucking Greeks and Egyptians knew it was a sphere. Fucking thousands of years ago, they proved it.
Oh wow, guys. Okay, this is this article was written by Michael Moran, audience writer.
Oh, no.
He's not even with the magazine.
Oh, no. It basically is an op-ed.
I love this article. Just got to get that out there. I adore this fucking article.
I think
It
I'm
is
going to
so
need more
dumb.
alcohol. Jesus. And beaver nuggets.
You should pour the beaver nuggets in a bowl and pour rum in it and eat it like cereal.
Sounds like a great
That
idea.
is diabetes.
Yes. God, those things are great, though. Mike's crunching away at his beaver nuggets. So, how does that article make you guys feel?
I've already, opined about my opinions on
Yes.
that bull hockey.
David, give me your thoughts.
I think we should probably end the podcast here because that is the dumbest fucking thing I've heard this week. So, I think we hit our quota here.
Yeah, no, it's pretty fucking bad, but, like, this is kind of stuff I live for because it's so goddamn silly. I adore it.
You call it silly, I call it
Maddening.
fucking stupid.
It is.
It's not just, like, the insanity of what this guy apparently believes, but all the little things surrounding it, like, okay, he was rich, it was written by a contributor to so it wasn't written by an actual journalist with that news organization.
Yep.
But yeah, there's just like layers. It's like a Mexican pizza of ridiculousness.
The fucking,
It's a 7-layer burrito of dumbassery.
the everything, including the sun, is a living thing.
Oh, I love that part.
What is this, fucking One Piece or something?
What?
It's a spoiler for later down the line in One Piece.
Okay, don't spoil it for me. I'm
Yeah.
really enjoying the show. So
I'm glad. We're going to talk about it Sunday.
Sunday, yeah, we got a lot to talk about Sunday. Mm-hmm. So I just really I didn't know I was going to have anything to really bring to the table. I found that and I was like, ooh, gold.
Yeah, you definitely hit. You see, it was either pay dirt or a septic line. I'm not sure.
A little of both. I hit the pay dirt. I hit the septic pay dirt.
Because usually you find like a website that like has zero like credibility, and I don't know if this news organization has any credibility, but they
at
least
don't.
I've heard of them.
This is like finding an article on the Inquirer.
Okay.
So yeah, this is like the Weekly World News before it got totally stupid.
You're like a truffle hog of insane conspiracy shit.
Oh, because they're the best. They're my favorites because it's like, okay, yeah, UFOs, blah, blah, blah. Let's talk about aliens. And the other thing is, when I read it, my immediate thought is, oh, please tell me this is other pockets on the ice ball, the flat Earths on the giant ice ball. You remember it was flat Earths on a globe?
Oh, I remember sharing that cursed image with you.
Yes. I'm hoping that, like, somebody starts making that connection. Like aliens are just from other pockets in the snow globe. Kind of like saying elsewhere.
Yeah, but what they don't address is this giant mega sphere in fact hollow and have like stuff on the inside.
Oh, I think we talked about that, and I really want to believe that's the truth.
And that's where all the Nazis went, right?
Oh yeah, the Nazis are in the giant hollow snowball, along with the Nazis from all the other flat Earths.
Oh wow! Ooh, so we have like dinosaur Nazis in there, and
oh yeah, and like lemur Nazis.
Oh yeah. I refuse to believe that there's like cat girl Nazis though.
And somewhere in there is Lacerda.
Yes.
Lacerda's from in the giant snowball.
Yes. That's where we get all our mattresses from.
God damn it, Mike. Why you gotta pull the mattress thing on our hot lizard woman every time?
Because it just sounds like it's a mattress.
You just want her on a bed.
Just maybe, but just same way that what was that medication you took, Valspar? It just sounds like a paint brand.
Venlafaxine, goddamn it.
No, there was another one that sounded more like a paint brand.
Oh, Buspar.
Yeah, that's Buspar. That's a paint brand.
That one. Sorry. Yeah.
That sounds like a restaurant.
Welcome to Buspar. Would you like? How many will be seated?
Like a fucking gastropub or something.
Yeah. So, David, what have you got for us this week?
Well, I do have two stories this week. Both of them related to AI because that's become like an interest of mine, and it's something that's continually appearing.
It's a continuing nightmare that refuses to end.
And this one's also kind of gross, so this will be fun.
Nice. Let's get with some disgusting AI stuff.
Okay, title of this article is Viral Smash or Pass AI is just a guy making hot AI generated women.
Oh, no.
This is from Samantha Cole, published by 404 Media. They just launched recently. I think there are a bunch of old Vice writers who started their own website.
Oh, well, Vice, that doesn't make me need a shower.
I don't know. I mean, they got away from Vice, so...
Yeah. They got away from Vice, which is... Vice used to be cool, and then... No. So, anyway...
Yeah.
A site claims that the more you rate, the hotter it gets, is just a carousel of ping files and a dude manually generating AI images of women in bikinis.
So it's like Hot or Not with nothing but fake people.
Yeah. So, the internet was graced over the weekend with Smash or Pass AI. I don't know about the word graced here, but a website that rotates...
burdened with...
Well, it's like being graced with diarrhea. I mean...
like that airplane.
Yes.
New meaning to grace under fire.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it's how a smash or pass thing works. You like smash or pass and advances to the next image, and then users can save images that they like, which is just like
sick.
It makes me feel icky. Anyway,
yeah, it's like trolling your friends list for spank material on Facebook.
Except these people do not exist, and you're kind of custom making them by your selections.
God,
it's weird. So Smasher Pass AI is a recursively self-improving system. The more you swipe, the more it discovers your type. The site's creator, Emmett Halm, wrote on Twitter. Or should we be calling it X now? Anyway.
We should be calling it garbage, but let's move on.
Quote, it then uses these insights to prompt itself and generate more AI images that predicts what you like. The goal is to create the most addicting and personalized image recommendation system. Version 1 is as simple as possible. So,
It's a stick figure with boobs drawn on it.
It's like the no internet episode of South Park where they have the guy drawing the pictures.
Yes.
The site that went viral, not for its sharp recommender algorithm, which seemingly doesn't exist, or its perfectly executed concept, which is very stupid and sexist, but because it's a perfect example of what a lot of AI programming dudes think is a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Halm, who according to his social media profiles just graduated from Harvard, there's your problem right there.
Harvard's pretty problematic.
Tweeted that he's simply in the arena trying stuff. Quote, the goal is to create the most addicting and personalized image recommendation system. Future versions trained on current data will enable even more personalized images and user interaction and image generation coming soon.
So how gross is it that he says the goal is to create the most addicting and anything after that? Like, that's just, yes, we want to make, crack 2.0 that gets you hooked on it and makes you want to, like, snort babies.
I'm not even going to ask.
Now,
that's like how that could come out of somebody's mouth and not, like, see the inherent problem with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the whole thing here is a scam, but I want to read through here a little bit more. I don't know, this is from the author, I don't know what is going on at Harvard, but this little website Halm made is exactly like fellow alum Mark Zuckerberg's Hot or Not application Face Mash from 20 years ago, but with AI-generated images of women in bikinis instead of his own classmates. Parentheses, thank God. One of the many problems with Smasher Pass is that the version he launched is not recursively self-improving and doesn't do much of what he said it does. It is not actually a recommender algorithm, and beyond the preloading image of AI-generated women, the site is not using any kind of AI whatsoever. It's a series of 187 images cycled at random while the user hits smash or pass buttons.
God damn it.
So he can't even do a fucking good scam here.
So it's the only thing that's recursive is the bullshit. It's recursive bullshit.
Recursive layers of bullshit.
Yes. It is, again, a 7-layer burrito of shit.
People caught on to this immediately. Quote, I tried it for 15 minutes. Looks like it's not recursively self-improving, but it's using the same images repetitively. I'm sorry. Let's see. He keeps talking about, this is just bare bones version 1, which I guess version 1 in the sense that, like, it doesn't do what you promised it would do at all.
So that would be like a less than version 1. That would be like a version 0.5 or something. In versioning, a version 1 is basically feature complete. So anything less than feature complete is not a fucking version 1.
It's just again, it's like he keeps talking about like he's gonna do something with this. He's not really, again. So it's coming along with this whole thing about how AI is kind of screwing us over in a lot of regards. You also have all these scams that claim to be AI as well, and I think this is a great example of that.
Great. As if worrying about AI wasn't bad enough, worrying about scams that aren't actually AI but claim to be AI.
Mm-hmm.
That's even worse.
No, it's not even worse, but it is bad.
So, let's see. So, here's the conclusion from the author here. It would embarrass me personally to submit Smasher Pass AI as a project for my community college Computing 201 class, let alone show it off on social media as someone who wants to be taken seriously as an app developer. That said, I have no doubt that this keeps a certain type of guy entertained for many minutes like a dog with a puzzle treat. And Halm is already getting serious feedback. The quote, this quote's fantastic. Quote, the smashability of each photo does not which is they misspelled seem, to be increasing over time which seems like a fundamental failure of the project. Interesting.
God damn it.
Oh, man. It's fucking stupid.
This is bad. This is so wrong.
And it's just the AI thing, like, enabling humanity's worst impulses. Like, at least for a tech case, if, like, it actually used the data to generate the images, that would at least be interesting. Without the, like, creepy artificial female woman Pokemon aspect of it.
Damn it. Gotta smash them all, I guess.
Yeah, it just again, it's like not quite true AI, but this is just part of that ever-evolving bullshit landscape we're dealing with.
Yeah, no, there are so many fucking ethical questions that need to be asked, and no one's asking them.
Oh yeah, I've got another one here. I'm not going to read the full article, but I'm just going to give you the title. Andreessen Horowitz funds uncensored AI that will tell you how to kill yourself.
What the fuck? First off, I already know. Thank you. I don't need your help. Number two, that's just like you know.
I mean, how uncreative do you have to be to need that? It's like I could.
That wasn't technically where I was going, but yes.
I mean, sitting here, I can think of. Oh, let's see.
Headbutt a school bus.
Not counting like actual weapons or anything. I can think of quite
jump
a
onto
few
a
ways.
knife.
Jump in front of a truck and get sent to another world.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's not really killing yourself. That's
Well, yeah,
just
get
you're
killed by
reincarnated as a slime.
Drop a vending machine on yourself.
There you go.
Well, where were we? Where I saw it? I saw a K truck recently, and I thought, I should, get hit by it and be sent to another world.
And get a bunch of waifus?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Well,
But
and
no,
then they could do a waifu anime using the Smash or Pass AI.
Oh, smashed by a truck, passed to another world.
Oh, yeah, we just invented an isekai where the guy, he can find different waifus, and then he could, like, choose whether he wants to keep her traits and move him into the next waifu, and then he creates the ultimate waifu, and it's the most horrible thing we've ever come up with.
It looks like the blob monster from Futurama.
It sounds
that keeps
really
swallowing
Japanese, too. It sounds like it could be a legitimate isekai, which is a problem.
It does. I don't like it.
That's right. It was a rest stop on the way back home. Like you weren't there, but I saw a K truck because a lot of places use those as bigger versions of a golf cart, and I saw that. And I was like, man, if I only got hit by that, I could be reincarnated as a warlord or something.
No, you get reincarnated as a K truck.
Yeah, there you go.
You would be a K truck in a fantasy world, and nobody knows.
I could probably write that as just a guy who gets reincarnated as a golf cart and how he revolutionizes the world by being a talking golf cart.
The problem is he's saying all this great stuff, and all anybody hears is meep, meep, meep,
Me.
meep, meep.
Like, the minute the king rolls up on one of those to the battlefield, the other army's like, holy shit, what is that magic item? Oh, yeah.
Demon!
Oh, I saw something about a something like that had. I think it was an isekai where a dude ended up there and he had a K truck and it could be conveniently refueled with magic.
God damn it!
I can't. That's all I remember. I remember reading about it.
Was it run by a Mr. Fusion?
No, just for some reason the magic was also combustible in an internal combustion engine.
It's magic. I don't gotta explain shit.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
where it's a
magic.
truck and it only runs on ground up horses.
Well, with enough pre-planning, you'd probably make that happen.
Sure. Well, that's a horrible thing to discuss, David. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah. Like, it's good that it's, completely stupid and not actually real, but, also, I have very conflicting thoughts on this.
No, I agree. I completely agree.
Like if they had, an AI that, took different cute baby animals, and as you, adjust, and it, creates fusion animals, that would be cool.
Sure, and then by the end, though, it's just going to make little Bub.
It just ends up making Pokemon.
It's just going to be kittens and puppies all the way down.
Yeah, like those old Photoshop challenges on something awful where they'd like take like animals and merge them, like the husky
I
penguin.
loved those. I love those.
Yeah.
Or the birds with arms.
There's all these, baby animals that look super cute, and then you have baby birds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, baby birds are just like nightmares.
Just little fucking terror.
Little
things.
screaming. It's like little Ren Hoeks from Ren and Stimpy.
Yes.
In a fucking nest screaming. They all sound like John Kay.
Oh god.
Well, David, thank you for that, Mike.
You're welcome, I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm not. So, Mike, what have you got for us?
So, what if I told you on August 26th of this year, a man was arrested for the, I think, 4th time for trying to run from the coast of Georgia to London?
Wait,
which Georgia?
Georgia as in,
Like Georgia near Russia or Georgia near
no.
Alabama?
near Georgia, United States, home of Dixie and all that shit.
Like
I think I know what you're
Georgia.
talking about.
Okay, trying to run from the coast of Georgia
in
to
a
London.
homemade floating hamster wheel.
Oh God. Okay.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Yeah, I kind of go like,
There's
why
a level
not?
of Darwinism
Why not let
here.
him try it? But
There's a level of Darwinism here that we should definitely let some of these people do this.
he's a man. He's from Florida,
of course,
but
he is.
he is an Iranian immigrant. Reza Baluchi.
I'm just gonna say that Florida. You don't have to be born in Florida to be Florida man.
No, he's a 51-year-old Iranian-born athlete.
Okay.
And it took 3 days for the Coast Guard to apprehend him because when he was found, Baluchi threatened to kill himself with a 12-inch knife if anyone tried to arrest him.
What the fuck?
He also
Holy
claimed
fuck.
that there was a bomb inside the wheel.
Okay. Are you?
Let him do
Explosive
it.
device-
Let him fucking do it. I want this
Explosive
man
device
to
was
live
later
his
found
dream.
to be fake.
Can I just say that this man should have been around in the 1920s when you could do that and get a cheering crowd.
Yeah, no, like you wanted to put yourself in a fucking old pickle barrel and throw yourself off Niagara Falls, go for it. You get a crowd to watch.
Yeah. Nope. Might even get a sponsor.
Yeah.
You know what? We should get a sponsor for this guy. See
Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Yeah.
Red Bull's in enough trouble. How about Serta mattresses?
Okay, how about Rain energy drink? Because I don't see them sponsoring anyone, and it's like the shittiest energy drink I've tried.
Bass Pro Shops.
Factor. He
Factor.
could be eating meals in there while he
Oh
runs.
yeah, that's it. It says the Run to London, powered by Factor.
Yes.
Maybe Peloton can sponsor it. It's like they're testing the new Peloton.
There you go. The Peloton
It can't
Ocean
hurt-
Crosser.
It sure can't hurt their standing.
The
in
Peloton Pelican. I don't know. Sounds
It
not.
can't be any more dangerous than their other devices too.
Yep.
Didn't they have like a whole problem with some of them?
There was some kind of a deal with it.
So yes, it took 3 days for the Coast Guard to get Belushi out of the wheel, and he was charged with obstructing, aborting, and violating a captain of the port order. Belushi claimed that he was trying to run all the way across the Atlantic Ocean to London. This isn't the athlete's first run-in with the Coast Guard. The service's vessel intervened in 3 prior ocean journeys in 2014, 2016, and 2021.
I really can't say it enough at this point. Let the motherfucker do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all he has to do is charter a boat, let the boat take him like a mile off the coast, and let,
but
let
then
him
you're not-
loose.
Then you're not running from the coast of Georgia. I say
Put him
let do
put
it.
him on a fucking treadmill on the boat, then he can hop into his hamster wheel. There, solved.
Okay, that's fair. But imagine if he succeeded.
Oh man,
Let him do it.
inspiring.
Let him do it.
after his failed 2021 voyage to he's trying to go to Bermuda. So it was always trying to cross the Atlantic. Some of the others were different. So 2021 was supposed to be, I guess, from Florida to Bermuda. Bellucci told WOFL, "My goal is not only to raise money for homeless people, raise money for the Coast Guard, raise money for the police department, raise money for the fire department. They are in public service and they do it for safety and they help other people."
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
Where does the money come from?
That's a good question because it didn't mention anything about sponsors. Like, I think maybe he
Is
thinks
it like
that
a walkathon?
maybe he thinks that if he just does it, like money will just like precipitate out of the air, like, you know. Maybe he thinks
I'm
like
stunned.
I mean honestly, think about it. If you're you know the VP of marketing for like Nike, and you hear about a man that has just run across, you know, an ocean. It doesn't even have to be like the Atlantic. If he had made it from Florida to Bermuda, you hear about this man that ran across that, you'd want to sponsor him, wouldn't you?
Okay, if I were the head of marketing for Nike, and I found out this guy was going to run on the ocean, and wanted to wear our shoes, I would pay him to wear Reeboks.
I don't know. Maybe his idea was that he would find like shipwrecks, you know, and get gold. Maybe he had a fishing rod
What,
with
do you
him.
have a magnet on the bottom of the thing?
And so there's a picture of his wheel.
Oh, I
And-
gotta see this.
And
Can
let's see
you
if I
post
can.
that in host chat?
Let me see if I can post this in host chat. Yes.
Oh, please do. I gotta see this because I'm sitting here looking at wherever the fuck this is that David sent last time. Oh,
And it looks like it's basically a kind of it's less a wheel, more of a short tube. Like there's a middle
it's a
section.
paddle wheel off
Yeah.
of a riverboat.
But the
full of
outside,
balloons.
outside wheel sections is basically yoga balls and boat fenders.
Yeah.
Like for flotation.
You know what? Let him do it.
Yeah, I'm on his side.
I'm with him.
He's even raising money for the people who are going after him.
Yeah. No.
I don't know where the money's coming from, but let him fucking
Jesus
do
walked on water so he could run.
it. Let him do it, you cow.
Okay, you almost killed me there.
David, you son of a bitch.
How are those beaver nuggets treating you, Mike?
I haven't been eating them for a while. I was drinking rum at the time. Thank you very much.
That, you know what? Yeah, no, let him do it, you fucking cowards.
Yes.
Oh, thank you for that, Mike. I
Yes.
needed that. Oh, I want this man to do it. I want him to roll up into London and everybody to just be like, holy shit.
And he got 70 miles off the coast of Georgia.
That's
Christ,
pretty
that guy
goddamn
can run.
Yeah,
Let
no.
him fucking do it. He'll be there in a couple of days.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty badass, actually. This guy may be
Like, I
our
think-
hero
I think-
for the show.
I think really the problem is he doesn't have any sponsors. Like if there was any corporation behind him, they would have done it. They would let him do it. The fact that he's just some lone guy doing it.
Tell Elon Musk about him.
Yeah.
No, because then
And tell
Elon
him
Musk
he's-
could
and
fuck
tell-
it up.
No, tell Elon Musk about it, then tell him he's anti-Semitic, and he'll definitely pump money into it.
Jesus. But no, I mean, I think if like whoever makes yoga balls, they should sponsor
Oh,
him.
yeah, no, definitely.
Yoga balls, not just for
Not just for yoga anymore.
sitting on your ass anymore.
Oh, my God. Well, that was fun.
And I'm spent.
All right. Well, guys, we're going to take a quick break for some sponsor messages and or us asking for sponsor messages. So we'll be right back after this. Hey, David, you know what makes our show great?
What's that, Kevin?
No ads. You know what would make it better?
What's that, Kevin?
Ads.
What if, and I'm just spitballing here, we do ads for independent creators at reasonable rates?
How reasonable?
Overly. How about $2 per episode pre-roll?
That is almost too reasonable.
Might as well go for it. Let's send everyone to the contact page for Supernatural Selection.
SupernaturalSelectionPod.com/contact?
Exactly. Just have them scroll down to the Advertise with Us section for more information.
That sounds great. Now let's record the ad.
Kevin,
Yes, David?
we just did.
All right, welcome back. Boy, we've got some shit coming soon. All right, so my next article here, this isn't an article. So there's
It's an
neat
experience.
subject. It's an experience. There's something I've wanted to talk about on the show, but I really don't think it warrants like a full episode. So I figured I'm going to take a little bit of time and talk about it on Weekend Weird for one of my segments. Are you gentlemen familiar with the most mysterious song on the internet?
I've heard of it.
All right.
Kind of.
Okay, so the basic idea is that sometime during or after 1984, this song, this guy recorded a bunch of music off of a radio show on, let me see if I can say this, Norddeutscher Rundfunk, which is obviously a German radio station during or after 1984. And the reason they know the time is because nothing on the tape came out after 1984. Like, some of the songs on this tape were Sunset Now by Maxie, Master and Servant by Depeche Mode, Up on the Catwalk by Simple Minds, Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr.,
Well, fuck, that's a hell of a mixtape.
I know. What by Captain Sensible, and it's getting some XTCs on there. Which
It sounds like my fucking radio show that I did.
I know, doesn't it? So, it sounds like the Mutant Hours. So, the guy recorded it, and he cut out all the talking, so there's no DJs on the tape. And there's this one song. No one knows the name of it. No one knows who recorded it. And there's no record of it on the station. And it is known by various names, including Like the Wind, Blind the Wind, Check It Out, Check It In, Take It Out, because nobody can really understand the lyrics because of the reverb. And before we go any further, I'm going to play this catchy little son of a bitch. And maybe it'll help you understand why everyone's so on about it. Pretty catchy.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. I got really into that for a second, and I
No,
forgot
it's
we
cool.
were doing a radio show.
Like,
and
if
I
you
was
didn't
like,
tell me it was made in 1984, I could tell you that shit was made in 1984.
yeah, no, seriously. You know what the funny thing is? It kind of sounds like if Typo Negative had been around in 1984, this is what Typo Negative would have been doing, all right? And it's catchy as fuck. Like, I dig it. I really like this song. Again, the problem is no one knows who recorded it. And it was rediscovered around 2007 by the sister of the guy that recorded it. And it's just become this obsession online. They've contacted the radio station. Radio station has no record of the song. Dude that probably hosted the radio show it was recorded from is still doing a show on the network, and he is like, I have no memory of this song. Every song played in Germany has to be registered. If it's coming on the radio, they have to register it with a division of the government. They have no record of this fucking song. So, nobody knows who made it. Now, there have been people claiming they know who it is. If you try to get it on Shazam, it gives you some false information. It's been really hard to figure out anything about this.
Wasn't there like also some someone analyzed like all the playlist before and after it, and tried to figure out like based on that like and the programming of the station, because they figured out what station it was on.
Yes, they did. It was, like I said, it was on it was a West German
because
station.
I think there might have been like
NDR.
a bumper in that recording.
Possibly.
But looking
there's there's a signal in it.
Oh, that too. That's right.
That only plays on NDR. So they were able to figure that out.
But having access, I think someone had access to all the like playlist from the time range.
It's not on the playlist,
and they couldn't find that specific like order of songs.
Well, they did find one that has the order of songs, but it doesn't have that song in the list. Like it jumps from Golden Earring, Twilight Zone to Captain Sensible What?
I love mysteries like this where it's just such a weird, like small,
I know,
not grand origin of the universe sort of shit. It's just like,
there's no
here's a song we can't figure out
conspiracy.
who the fuck made it.
Exactly. And the thing is, like, if Mandela effects were real, I would be like, this song is from the Berenstain universe. All right? I could get behind that kind of conspiracy theory. Unfortunately, what it probably is that it was a demo from a local band played that one time on the radio and was chucked like into the trash right after that.
Probably.
And the guy was probably doing like whoever was doing the playlist just did it as a favor to the band, or maybe he was in the band. Who knows? There's literally no telling.
Or it could also be, that whoever made the mixtape, maybe they slipped it in there in the middle.
Well, it's the person trying to figure out is the sister of the guy that recorded it.
Yeah, I know. I just realized that it had that carrier signal, so it
definitely
was broadcast.
It was on the station. Yes.
Now, was the station like they air from Berlin by any chance?
I don't know.
Because I'm almost wondering if it could have been like a kind of
Hamburg,
like east and west Berlin.
It's West
situation.
Germany. It was in West Germany and it was in Hamburg, Germany.
Like it makes me wonder if it could have been like a East German song that got over.
And that's possible. It's very possible that happened.
Kevin,
and that's why we may not have record.
I just realized what it was.
What?
This whole it's been hushed up, but all the events leading up to the airing of this was turned into a screenplay. It was called Airheads.
God damn it, Mike. God damn it, Mike. Damn it.
They just don't want to.
It fits.
They just don't want to admit
that the whole thing is just Airheads is just a adaptation of this song.
Yeah, God, I haven't seen that movie in forever.
I love that fucking movie. Just our whole album could be Pip farting on a snare drum. This guy doesn't give a shit. Yeah, say it, Mike.
I ain't farting on no snare drum, man.
God, I love that fucking movie. I mean, come on. It's Steve Buscemi, Adam Sandler, and Brendan Fraser as a band.
To this day, I still go, I like swimming pools.
Yeah. What you thinking about? Swimming pools. Yes, I love that. But, I mean, like, people have been trying to figure this out, like, hardcore since 2019. And, like, nobody had anything else to do during the fucking pandemic. And there are no leads.
Except in Britain.
Yeah, well, oh, shut up. But Paul Baskerville is the DJ that was running that program. And he's like, I have no fucking clue. He even played it on his current show to try to get some leads. And everybody's like, I don't know. It's pretty fucking good, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that is weird, too, that, like, nobody can, like, say, with enough reach, you would think somebody would come out of the woodwork and be like, oh, that was, such and such.
Or,
like
that was my band. But all the people that have said, hey, that was my band, it's liars.
Wrong. Yeah,
it's just trolls. So, let's see. Theories. Searchers generally agree that the singer has some sort of European accent, but the specific type is unclear. Some users have theorized that the Yamaha DX7 synthesizer, which was released in late 1983, was used in the track. Mm-hmm. But it's definitely from 1984 or thereabouts because there's not a song later than 1984 in the playlist. But Paul Baskerville suspects the song was a demo recording that was played once by an NDR presenter and then thrown away. Now, there have been covers and remixes of it. There's one by an American band called Mephisto Walls, titled Like the Wind, and released on their 2020 album, All These Winding Roads. Now, the version I was playing is an upscaled AI, upscale version that's a bit more clear and doesn't sound like it just came off a BASF tape from 1984.
Now, see, that's a good use of AI.
Thank you. Exactly.
Or also when they do, like, the song dubs where they have, like, Squidward sing Frank Sinatra.
Yes. Fly me to the moon and let me... Anyway, I'm going to stop.
I've heard some pretty good ones of those.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, apparently also users have coined the term lost wave to describe songs like this.
Of course they have. Fuck.
And I'm like, I'm going to have to fucking look up some lost wave. I want to hear shit I can't identify. Like, you mentioned something, David, about a Japanese song like this.
Yeah, I don't have
the
the
show.
info right in front of me, but there was, like, a lost city pop song of some sort. It's on one of the YouTube channels.
See, Mike loves him some
subscribed to.
city pop.
Yeah, I used to play a ton of city pop on my show as well, but
Like Plastic
it was-
Love.
yeah,
Stay
and
with
it was
me.
very much in those in the lines of those, but it was like some sort of song where they don't know who the artist is or they couldn't find the artist.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I love these. This is one of my favorite, quote, conspiracy theories. I'm like, yeah, bring me more of this. Mm-hmm. So,
No racism either, which is great.
sorry, guys. Mr. Conti climbed on my desk and
Decided to-
hit
These
the
fucking
space bar.
cats.
He really
These-
wanted to hear it again.
These fucking cats,
Now I just need Ginger to jump up here and like walk across my keyboard, and we'll be the trifecta.
Yep. So sorry about
'cause
that.
My cat did walk over my keyboard earlier in the episode, and we had to do a hard cut because I stopped recording because
Yeah,
little shit.
little shits. So
I do have a cat like brushing around me somewhere just a second ago, so it makes me paranoid.
We're tempting fate here.
we are.
Luckily, my computer's not like hardwired into the matrix, so it's not. it's my computer's air gapped from the actual episode.
Podcast. Yes.
So
If anything happens to your computer, you're fine. I'm recording you.
just close the tab for my like next story and maybe
And you'll
even
lose
like
all your
reboot
porn.
it.
You'll lose your porn.
No, that too.
So, David, what have you got for your second story?
Well, I have another AI story for us.
God damn it.
Fits in line with some of the stuff we talked about in our second episode of Dead Internet Theory.
Uh-huh.
This is
I'm gonna
from The
hate this.
Guardian.
Of course
And
it is.
the title is Mushroom Pickers Urge to Avoid Foraging Books on Amazon That Appear to Be Written by AI.
And you thought the children books were bad.
Yeah. Sample of books scored 100% on AI detection tests as experts warn they contain dangerous advice. And this is from...
Lick all your mushrooms.
Yeah. So this is Dan Milmo, global technology editor with The Guardian. And
Hey,
yeah,
a
this was
real
also-
person.
And this is also filed under fungi. So yeah,
More
we've got
fungus
like a
among us.
twofer here.
Yeah, we got a twofer, Mike.
So amateur mushroom pickers have been urged to avoid foraging books sold on Amazon that appear to have been written by artificial intelligence chatbots. Amazon has become a marketplace for AI-produced tomes that are being passed off as having been written by actual humans, with travel books among the most popular categories of fake work. We talked about this a little bit, but then, of course, Robert Evans talked about that a lot on his series, Behind the Bastards.
Again, fantastic episodes. Fantastic show.
Now, a number of books have appeared on the online retailer site offering guides to wild mushroom foraging that seem to be written by chatbots. The titles include Wild Mushroom Cookbook, Form, and this is because they've misspelled from somehow.
Oh, God.
Form Forest to Gourmet Plate, a complete guide to wild mushroom cookery, and the Supreme Mushrooms Book Field Guide of the Southwest.
Ugh.
Yeah. 4 samples of the books that were examined by The Guardian by Originality.ai, a U.S. firm that detects AI content. The company said every sample had a rating of 100% of its AI detection score, meaning that its systems are highly confident that the books are written by a chatbot such as ChatGPT. Examples of prose from the book include, quote, "The sweet smell of freshly cooked mushrooms wafted through the air, bringing back fond memories of my mother," and "Foraging for wild mushrooms is a deeply rewarding experience that connects us with nature's abundance and the rich tapestry of flowers that the earth provides." And to me, it sounds like a recipe on a blog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's actually a book called What the Earth Provides about mushrooms that they used to post the cover on Something Awful because there's this weird dude that looked like Dr. Demento with a trombone and an armload of mushrooms.
Hell yeah.
So that's why that phrase is in that book, I think. I think it just scraped the title of that book.
Now, Leon Frey, a foraging guide and field mycologist at Cornwall-based Family Foraging Kitchen, which organizes foraging field trips, said the samples he had seen contained serious flaws, such as referring to smell and taste as an identifying feature. This seems to encourage tasting as a method of identification. Should absolutely not be the case, he said.
No shit.
Nope.
Some wild mushrooms, like the highly poisonous death cap, which can be mistaken for edible varieties, are toxic. Frey said that one book refers to the lion's mane fungus, which is edible, but a protected species in the UK and should not be picked. Quote, "I would recommend choosing books from reputable sources," he added. Professor Myron Smith, Myron is a very British name, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
But this guy's
right
from
there with
Canada,
Mycroft.
apparently. Okay.
Well,
Professor-
they're tangentially British.
Right. A fungi specialist from Carleton University in Canada said the books were, quote, "totally irresponsible." He said, quote, "Some of the differences between edibles and non-edibles are very subtle, and it really takes an experienced eye and knowledge to discriminate between them." The AI mushroom books were first reported by the 404 Media site, so again, connecting to 404 Media, which is interesting.
Yep.
The AI-generated works had also been highlighted by New York Mycological, yeah, I don't know why I was having trouble with that. Society, which posted on X, formerly known as Twitter. I hate that we have to keep using that.
God damn it.
Amazon and other retailer outlets have been inundated with AI foraging and identification books. Please buy only books of known authors and foragers. It can literally mean life or death.
Yeah.
Amazon said it's reviewing the books brought to its attention. An Amazon spokesperson said, "We take matters like this seriously and are committed to providing safe shopping and reading experience. We are looking into this." You know what they could do is stop letting people submit books without verification. That would
Never.
No, they won't do that, but they should do that.
Let's see here. AI prompt: how to clean and cook blowfish.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
No, I was just kidding.
Oh, damn it, Mike. I got excited. I thought we were going to have some comedy gold.
Well,
We
if you
can
wanna
always
keep
do a
talking,
fun with
I'll-
ChatGPT episode.
Yeah, we'll do that for the next one. Oh,
We can have
Christ.
ChatGPT explain certain cryptids to us.
Oh, God, that's going to be good. Please tell me about the Loveland Frogmen. We still haven't covered the Loveland Frogmen that
That is kinda
Enrique
funny.
is. He's our mascot, and we haven't even fucking talked about him. Well, that's horrible. Just the fucking fake books. Goddamn.
People don't read very much, and when they do read, they read the dumb shit that's going to get them killed.
Yep, pretty much.
Yep.
So, Mike, what have you got for your last story, sir?
So Bard told me that it can't assist me with that because I'm only a language model and don't have the capacity to understand and respond.
Oh, good. Thank you, Bard.
Bard is not helpful there.
Damn it, Bard, I want to kill myself through stupidity.
Yeah, no kidding. So, if I say the phrase "river of diarrhea," what do you think?
I think I'm in for a good time.
I'm thinking the boat ride from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh,
yes.
God. It sounds like something from Futurama.
We have no way of knowing where we're going.
So on this past Friday, which would be what, the 1st? Yeah, the 1st
I don't
of
like the
September.
look of it.
An international Delta flight leaving out of Atlanta.
Hey, Mike, before you go any further, could you please read the title of this article?
Okay, well, this article from Futurism.com is entitled "Passenger on Ill-Fated Diarrhea Plane Says Flight Attendants Were Forced to Craft, quote, makeshift biohazard suits." And the subtitle is, quote, "I woke up and there was a bit of a strange smell."
Can I point out that this is filed on the site under defecation disaster?
Yeah, I mean, I want to look at that tag and see if there's other ones.
No.
But anyway, Kevin, we were in Atlanta on Friday, so this plane came from where we were.
Oh,
we were
that's great.
We were within,
We were there.
I think
A brush with greatness.
Yeah, within 20 miles of the origination of this plane. So
I feel honored.
yes. And another Georgia-centric story because the paddle wheel guy was from
You're right. There's a lot
Georgia.
in Georgia this week.
So to restart the story, on Friday, an international Delta flight bound for sunny Barcelona was
From Barcelona.
forced to U-turn back to its starting point of Atlanta for an exceedingly rare air travel horror. A passenger had suffered diarrhea throughout the plane's aisle so extensively that completing the flight was deemed untenable.
He was just trying to paint the plane.
Man, here's the thing. Why even get on the plane?
I mean, it could have been one of those, like, I have not got to a part yet. I mean, I'm going to continue reading, but I've not seen, like, how far into the flight it was. Someone said they were asleep, so I'm assuming it was at least a half hour into the flight.
This is a South Park episode.
So, maybe, I mean, I've had, onset of stomach problems. Maybe, I mean, if you're shitting this much, I'm assuming it's some form of, like, bug.
Here's the thing. If I'm paying for a trip to Barcelona, I'm getting on that fucking plane.
That's true,
So-
too.
Yeah, okay, sure, but
And the fact that they couldn't make it to the toilet in time makes me think this was like a stomach virus. So we'll see if they'll actually.
yeah, let's keep reading, yeah.
News of the incident first hit Reddit's r/ATC subreddit, which ATC is air traffic control. And I'm assuming there they discuss, air traffic, because all the air traffic comms are public. Mm-hmm. Like you're by law or have access to them. So
the name of that
transparency
original
there.
post literally just says, "Oh no."
Yeah. To which a user shared alarming FAA flight information marking the ill-fated flight's decision to turn around. Quote, divert to ATL, passenger diarrhea all over A/C. I mean, that's the aircraft. The flight strip read, biohazard.
God damn
So,
it.
Kevin, well, in a second, I'll let you play the
Okay,
clip.
yeah, I've got it
The
queued
news-
up
yeah.
now.
The news then trickled to other social media platforms, going mainstream viral on, God damn it, X, formerly Twitter.
Musk book.
Which I don't want to call it X either, so I kind of agree with the X, formerly Twitter. Don't let Twitter be,
Musk book.
do not let Twitter be like deleted
X.
from the consciousness. So X, formerly Twitter, when another netizen shared a short clip of one of the plane's pilot's blunt conversation with air traffic control. Hit it, Kevin.
Negative. It's just a biohazard issue. We've had a passenger who had diarrhea all the way through the airplane, so they want us to come back to Atlanta.
Yes, dear listeners, diarrhea all through the airplane.
Diarrhea is like a storm brewing in your plane.
It really did happen. And in an official statement to Insider, a representative for Delta described the incident as a, quote, onboard medical issue, adding that its teams, quote, worked as quickly and safely as possible to thoroughly clean the airplane and get our customers to their final destination. Which you shouldn't really use final destination in this day and age.
Right?
Well, I feel like Final Destination and diarrhea in a plane kind of fits into the Final Destination films.
It's like if the Zucker brothers from Airplane made a Final Destination film.
Oh, I suddenly want that real bad.
Can we just take a moment and think about this poor person who, like, shit a trail
I feel
down the
bad
plane
for
and got
this.
the plane turned
No,
around?
They absolutely did not want to shit their
Nobody-
entire ass onto the plane.
Nobody wakes up in the morning and thinks, you know what I want to do? I want to fill an entire Delta airplane with ass ham.
I want people to know exactly when I was walking to the bathroom.
I want to know what I was eating.
Quote, we sincerely apologize to our customers, the rep continued, for the delay and inconvenience to their travel plans.
Inconvenience is not a strong enough word.
We tracked one of the plane's unlucky passengers down, we being the Futurism.com. And they confirmed that the diarrhea was, in fact, quote, all over the cabin aisles, just as the flight strip read. Quote, I woke up and there was a bit of a strange smell. The passenger who chose to remain anonymous while speaking of his diarrhea plane experience told Futurism.
And those are capitalized, by the way.
Yeah, I like that they proper noun diarrhea plane.
Diarrhea plane.
The diarrhea plane. Adding that the flight attendants were forced to perform some DIY ingenuity to deal with the excrement.
God
Quote,
damn.
they found everything they could use, said the passenger, explaining that the airline staff used aprons to craft makeshift biohazard suits to wear while dealing with the defectory disaster.
Defecatory.
Defecatory?
That's some choice phrasing. I love Futurism.
Yeah.
This is good.
Blankets and napkins, meanwhile, were utilized to cover the feces. The airlines tried to handle it, the passenger said, but it was just so bad. The passenger also noted that The passenger also noted their empathy for the person who had the unfortunate accident, explaining that the individual wound up staying in the lavatory until the last few minutes of the flight. Quote, they just kind of kept the person in there.
I don't think they had to keep him there. I think he stayed of his own volition.
Yeah, I mean, you're shitting that much. You obviously don't know, whenever it's going to continue.
Sir,
you all right in there? I am not all right in here.
No, Kevin, ask me if I'm all right in here.
Okay. Excuse me, sir, are you all right in there?
Help, I'm drowning.
Oh my God, just drowning. Just full of diarrhea.
Oh my God.
So it gets a little worse.
Oh no.
Not really worse.
How?
But you might be imagining that Delta obviously just gets these travelers a new plane, right? After all, this one was covered in human feces. Feces. But alas, there seemingly weren't enough jets to go around.
Oh no.
And according to the passenger, the airline ultimately settled the issue by simply ripping out the Airbus's soiled carpets and giving the passenger plane an extra thorough cleaning before reboarding it.
Fucking hell. They ripped out the carpet and said, go for it.
See, at that point, like, if you're the guy who, like, shit yourself that bad, you almost got to be proud that you inconvenience this corporation.
I'm pretty sure this person went to the hospital.
I'm pretty sure he was bragging. Oh, and, sir, what brings you to the ER today? I destroyed an airplane.
I mean, otherwise they're having to, like, get his checked luggage out so he can get a new pair. And we're saying he, but it could have easily been a woman.
I don't know, man. I have a feeling he shit the luggage.
They just opened the luggage and there's shit leaking out.
Just went down into the luggage compartment.
Quote, they actually took out all the carpets for one section of it, the passenger said. We were waiting 3 hours at the airport while they were trying to clean it, but they couldn't clean it, so they had to rip off the carpet and change it.
God
Holy
damn.
fuck.
Quote, then we were back on, they added. No problem.
No, big problem. Big dookie problem.
The passenger also noted the plane staff fully switched out for the second flight attempt.
Because everyone else was throwing up.
Which we're glad to hear. Anyone who's forced to make a biohazard suit out of aprons and proceeds to manage an in-flight diarrhea crisis for the next several hours deserves some time off, not to mention a raise.
And you thought you had a shitty job.
Oh, yeah. I got a story.
Fortunately, the passenger said the flight's second go-round went off without a hitch. It was just so late we passed out, the passenger recounted. No issues after that, but it certainly was an ordeal.
Oh, I bet they passed out with the shit smell.
Yeah. No, I am a little disappointed at the lack of closure. The person. I
I
understand.
want to know about the dude.
Yeah, I don't want to know,
this
like,
person.
personally identifying information. I do want to know, like, the prognosis. Like, did they continue on the flight too? Like,
Was
no,
Taco Bell involved?
yeah.
This was a disaster Belgrande.
Was it in fact a stomach bug, or did they just, like, get up that morning, were super excited for their flight, and they're like, oh, I gotta poop a little bit. I'll wait. I can wait.
It's a new TikTok challenge.
Mike, what was that Spanish term I came up with that was butt of fire?
It was something del fuego. I don't know what the butt
I
was.
don't remember. I thought of it earlier today. But so the biohazard thing made me think about this. Back when I worked at Rose's, we had a big problem in the ladies' room because the women that shopped at Rose's are fucking animals. And somebody came in and complained that the bathroom was dirty. And I walked in and the shit was piled a foot high in the toilet over the rim. The sink was full. There was shit in all four corners of the room, and it was shot on the back wall up to the ceiling. And to handle this, we had to fashion biohazard suits out of large-scale garbage bags with holes for rubber gloves and duct tape. And we had to cut a face hole, and we had, like, goggles and painter's masks. And we're just walking around dressed in garbage bags, like, scooping the stuff into garbage cans. And then, like, throwing the garbage cans away.
Jesus Christ.
And we just wrote them off because holy fuck.
You told me
I
another.
hope no one's eating during this episode.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Should put a gross warning, I guess.
Hey, if you're eating during this episode, well, you're fucked.
Wouldn't it be great if this is like the first episode where we put a little disclaimer right up front?
Yeah,
just
warning,
gross.
poop-gasm, yeah.
Oh, and Kevin, also remember a story you told me once about the same job, that there was a plunger handle that mysteriously had, like, poop on it. Just the handle part.
that was somebody else.
Oh, I thought that was you.
No. Fortunately, I was not the man that unclogged my butt with a plunger handle.
Well, not you, but I mean,
know, but that didn't happen to me. I didn't experience that.
That
was on something awful.
Oh,
I
thought that was you.
Nope, that was in like the OSHA thread.
There was the German woman.
Oh yeah, no, that woman that came in and was like had started cleaning it. I come in to clean the bathroom, and there was a German woman in there cleaning the toilet herself with some shit she found, just screaming, "This is not sufficient! Bring me a scrub pad!" I was like, you do this then, and just left.
Jesus Christ. I think everybody has a good poop story.
Oh, if you've worked retail, you got several, I'm sure. So, thank you for that, Mike.
Jesus Christ.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I know, God, that is fucking great. I love a good poop story.
I just love a good poop. I mean, sometimes
Yeah, well, we
just,
all
like,
do, really. But,
cathartic.
so, David, let's go with X.
Okay, let's see what X has to give us this week.
Indeed.
So, the title of the thread is How to Get Rid of Annoying Fox Spirit. Okay, now this is a typical green text story. So it starts with, like, be me, done in present tense. It's going to sound awful when I read it, but that's just the way it's written. So, background. Be me, hanging out in my favorite little walnut grove. Place is lousy with nature energy. I think overgrown fence lines act like wires and draw in from surrounding woodland. Every week or so I go out there, smoke my corncob pipe, and let myself slip away.
Okay, I actually know a dude with the corncob pipe, and I will admit that I'm not a fan. Let's move on.
All I know about spirit stuff I get from old hippies and whatever I experience. I don't know if I should have protected myself somehow, or I was just all right just raw dogging my consciousness into this big pool of nature energy.
Well, that's
Okay.
a sentence.
Now that's the background. Here's
Okay.
Then they go, felt good though. Anyways, 2 weeks back after one of these sessions, something follows me back. Presence is mild at first, barely noticeable. It starts hiding things from me, knocking things out of my hands, little things like that to get me frustrated. Presence gets larger over 2 weeks. Feels like it hangs out just out of sight. I can catch glimpses of it if I reach out mentally, but it hides itself if it catches me doing this. I have a pretty good idea of what it looks like from these glimpses. I don't think it's malevolent, it just feeds off my frustration if it has nothing else. If I'm in a place with any natural energy, it all mellows out, probably drawing from there instead. In my apartment, though, no dice. I just want to know how to get rid of it, or communicate with it and try something out, because this shit is getting annoying.
Okay.
This is a fun thread. I like this one.
Can I ask one question before you start reading some responses to it?
Mm-hmm.
What's in the pipe?
Yeah, no kidding.
I need to know what's in the pipe.
What's in the pie?
What's in the pipe? It's Gwyneth Paltrow.
First suggestion.
Okay.
First reply. You have it good. Embrace it.
How is having an annoying little shit following you around in the spirit realm good?
I don't know, but the first reply to that is first post, best post. So, it's a nature spirit. It's a little trickster. I think we all need a little trickster and just kind of fuck with us once in a while.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be pissed off with a fox spirit following me around. I can think of worse things.
Our first edgy response is, it's a fox, just kick its fucking face off.
What the fuck?
Someone says, sounds like gnomes. I recommend leaving a trail of bread or cookie crumbs to the mouth of your nearest volcano or any deep hole to avoid to fall into.
Volcano.
Just kill the gnomes.
It's a gnome. Burn it.
Okay, so the person who said you have it good, embrace it, the op responded, I would have it better if I could communicate with the damn thing. Right now, it's just being a dick. Like, this sounds like a fun little setup to a story. You know what I mean?
It is. It sounds like something I would have written in Errand Apprentice. The gnomes won't leave me alone.
The person who suggested kick its fucking face off, the guy responded, I would if I could get a good goddamn look at it. No idea what I would do if I made it mad somehow. Okay, here we go. To the gnome poster, he replied, that could work. There's a well up the road, the Walnut Grove, where I found it. Or it found me. Okay,
interesting.
So one of them immediately wants to waifu it and says, Anon, you must breed the fox spirit into submission.
No, God. But it's not the fucking thing. What was that anime about the fox? No, that was the wolf. Spice and Wolf. That's what I'm thinking of.
Hey, yeah.
It's not that, is what I'm saying.
I know.
So the op is responding, anybody got a way to produce or contain nature energy? I bet if I give this bad boy a battery to feed from, it'll leave my emotional energy alone, removing its incentive to be an asshole. Like, this just sounds fun. Like, I think this is kind of wholesome.
Yeah, no, this is the least cringy thing you've read in a while, but do you know what I think it is? It's Red from Animal Crossing. He's trying to sell him shit. He's selling shady shit to him, is what it is.
It sounds mischievous and vaguely malevolent. I don't think it will ever hurt you, but will probably continue to fuck with you for its own amusement. It's probably not particularly attached to you emotionally. It just views you as a practically bottomless wellspring of energy and entertainment. Not your friend, more like a tick. If you give it the boot personally... Oh, I'd give it the boot personally, but if you want to try to befriend it, there's a small possibility it'd be open to that. Again, this just sounds like the setup to a very cute story.
Yeah, it does. What if it's a Korok?
Okay, the response to this post is from the op. Sounds about right. Might hit the old corn cob again and zone out, spread my mind out, and try to get a feel for it. I'm hoping for some kind of communication if I'm lucky, but I'll probably just get a read on its emotional state. Just might have to try to find another way of keeping it entertained, or to get some way to feed it so it doesn't feed off of me. Worst case, I deal with its chicanery for a couple more days, then banish it. Like, I love this.
Again, what's in the corncob pipe, my friend?
Right?
But no, this is a fun one. I like this. It's hash.
Someone said, safe, and if it doesn't work, then you should try banishing spells. Huli Jing or Kitsune are spiritual leechers like succubi, worthless abominations, but they exist nonetheless. They are attracted to intelligent people and like to feed on their energy. Try to get rid of this thing before your life goes down the toilet.
You know what my suggestion is? Mind bullets. Mind bullets. That's how you get rid of a tulpa. You can use those, which is essentially just going, go away. Go away.
Okay, update on the thing. I couldn't smoke to expand my awareness to try and see it yesterday because it hid my enchanted lighter.
Wait, but is it a Bic lighter?
I have no idea.
What the fuck? It's like every time we go back, there's more shit that begs further questions.
It's like an onion, just layers. Here's a reply. Tell Kitsune watashi wa orokade mamishi otonokoro desu. It's a traditional Japanese charm. Oh man.
Kawaii ugu.
I'm curious. Okay, now there's a picture of the corncob pipe with some rice in his lighter, and it says "Time to commune."
I love OP on this one. Not gonna lie.
Anon goes, "Are you going to cook the rice?" And the person replies, "Probably should."
What's he got to do? Just shove a handful of uncooked rice down his cavernous gullet?
Laughing my ass off. I hope she likes the uncooked brown rice, Anon.
Oh my god.
Taking a break to reload. Here's what I got so far. Its presence hung out around the cup of uncooked rice. At least it let me reach some mental feelers. It isn't a fox. It's a coyote.
Ooh.
Finally started
Johnny
communicating.
Cash.
Finally started communicating back, mostly vague feelings of confusion and disappointment. Went back inside and dumped the rice, got a better idea for an offering, lit a cigarette for it, and set it out of sight after taking the first puff from the Great Spirit, as natives would have done. That seems to like it much better. Pick relate, I'm going to get myself another bowl. So then there's a picture of a bowl or a little baby food jar with like a lit cigarette sticking out of it.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, there's even more. So people are asking the op for updates. Here's his response. This has been a long one, but this has been fascinating. Okay, and this is like the last post here. It went pretty well. All out there, lighting my pipe as its presence growing stronger as the cigarette burns. I started passing over thoughts of the old home place, hearing the walnut grove where I found it. I get a sense of homesickness and longing. I passed that thought through other places I'd seen there, of crags and... Okay, is this fucking Wordsworth here? Of crags and glades and old equipment with trees growing through it. I get feelings of loneliness and return and flashes what I think is the past, when the woodland wasn't there, probably around when the place was settled by my great-great-grandfather. I try a few words in Swedish, which would have been his tongue. I don't know if you'd call it nostalgia, but I got that feeling when you remember the past, not in a rose-tinted kind of way. I cut off here and got another cigarette from inside for it, so he's just smoking with this fucking forest spirit.
He's smoking with a ghost coyote.
When I settled back in, its presence was much more defined. Reaching out to it, I could see details, the face, the fur, even the color. I experimented with a few more thoughts on the grove, got back to the same kinds of feelings as before. I then fell into a vision of burning prairie facing east away from sunset, the smoke and haze, the smell, the wind blowing from behind. Just sat by and took everything, eventually coming to with my pipe empty and the second cigarette burned to ash. It's still out on the balcony. I'm finding it really easy to detect its presence on the location now, rather than it skipping around like it used to. Wow. This is great.
Remember, kids, don't do too many drugs.
Or at least don't do them in the corncob pipe.
Sure, there's something about a corncob pipe where I'm just like, it's a 21st century. Maybe don't smoke a corncob pipe.
Like, it's a corncob pipe, but a very, like, nice-looking lighter. Like, modern lighter. Like, if you're gonna go with a corncob pipe, use matches or something. I don't know.
So there's a dude we knew. They got a corncob pipe from the pipe store near our store, and I have a feeling they get you to get a corncob pipe if they think you're a douchebag. I feel like it's an embarrassment thing. But anyway, that's a great story, actually.
That was very fun.
I would like to write a story about that. And if I wrote the right kind of story, of course it would turn into a girl, and it would turn into an anime. So, so we got a question this week, guys.
Ooh.
From Man in Black. Man in Black says, almost finished watching Hellier. And as I like to say, Hellier. And my question is, since you three started delving into the supernatural and stuff like that, have you had any strange things like what has happened in Hellier? Which I'm guessing he means like the synchronicities and just weird shit like that.
Yeah. So Holly and I have been seeing balloons a lot more. Like in weird places.
Okay, kind of like the star balloon.
Yeah, like those kind of metal balloons. Yeah, we've just been kind of like see them in weird places. Not as much. We haven't watched Hellier in a while, but every time we watch Hellier, we're just more aware of balloons in the area, and it's weird how they show up.
Right. Mike, you?
No.
I don't think Mike's watched Hellier. Have you watched Hellier?
No.
No, but if since you started doing the podcast, have you had any synchronistic stuff? Like bizarre things.
No, not really.
Okay. I've had a lot of synchronicities in that, like, I'll pick a topic, and then I'll start seeing stuff about that topic online that's unrelated to my research. Like, it'll pop up in, like, a news feed or something.
Or like, when we'll do an episode, and then, like, last podcast on the left, a couple weeks later, we'll do their episode on that. And we just...
Yeah, see, I'm still wondering if they're listening and going, do that one. Or is it just coincidence and it's like in the zeitgeist right now and we're just kind of picking up on it?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's interesting. I'm still waiting to see if they do one about the sanatorium soon. So, and also Kick-Asatron asked if we have ever looked into the mysterious handprint of the Carbon County Jail. Which, no, we have not. But it's something we may look into.
Yeah.
We may do like a collection of small mysteries at some point in the future.
There you go.
So, that being said, I got one last thing I'm going to do, of course. It is time for your Weekend Weird reading from the Principia Discordia. Today, we are reading from, I don't even know what page it is. It doesn't have a page number on this one. But, for your enlightenment, The Parable of the Bitter Tea by Reverend Dr. By Reverend Dr. Hippocrates Magoon, P.P., P-O-E-E, Priest, Okinawa Cabal. So, when Hypoc was through meditating with St. Gulick, which, brief interruption, remember that St. Gulick is in fact a cockroach. So, when Hypoc was through meditating with St. Gulick, he went there into the kitchen where he busied himself with preparing the feast, and in his endeavor he found that there was some old tea in a pan left standing from the night before, when he had in his weakness forgot about its making, and had let it sit steeping for 24 hours. It was dark and murky, and it was Hippoc's intention to use the old tea by diluting it with water, and again, in his weakness, chose, without further consideration, and plunged into the physical labor of the preparations. It was then, when deeply immersed in the pleasure of that trip, he had a sudden loud, clear voice in his head saying, "It is bitter tea that involves you." Hippoc heard the voice, but the struggle inside intensified, and the pattern previously established with the physical laboring and the muscle messages coordinated and unified, or perhaps coded, continued to exert their influence, and Hippoc succumbed to the pressure, and he denied the voice. And again he plunged into the physical orgy and completed the task, and lo, as the voice had predicted, the tea was bitter. The 5 laws have root in awareness. Che Feng.
There you have it.
It's a whatever. That's a thing, and I read an interview with the guy that wrote that particular parable, and he talked about all the meaning that actually went into it, and I read it, and I just went, that's some bullshit right there. And then I found out he was, like, smoking a lot of hash when he wrote it, and I'm like, oh. So, there's your reading from the Principia Discordia for the week. So, before we close out, David, have you got anything you want to plug?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and drop that I am going to be joining Blue Sky Social as a second social media thing. I'm primarily gonna be on Mastodon still, the Fediverse,
Yep.
but like as far as Blue Sky goes, I'm gonna create like a central account for all my updates and stuff. I haven't made the account yet because I just got the invite today, but I will drop it on Sunday. That way you can follow me for updates if you're on Blue Sky.
Yeah. Awesome. Mike, have you got anything you want to plug or anything you want to draw attention to?
No, but I have read a little more about Poop Plane.
Oh, no.
And apparently the plane was 2 hours out when the poopening happened. So that means they flew out 2 hours and then turned around and had to fly back 2 hours.
Oh, that's 4 hours of shit.
And then apparently had to wait 8 hours while the plane was cleaned and sanitized. So on top of the second try at going all the way to Barcelona, they had a 12-hour ordeal of poop plane.
My God. Well, thanks for that.
I forgot I had another tab open with a similar story from a different outlet that included new details.
Amazing.
The only other detail that they included was that the sharter, in fact, lived and did not die.
Oh, thank God. Okay, seriously, thank God. That's good. So, all right. And my only plug is we've got a Patreon. First off, we love doing this show. And we will continue to do this show. But if you would like us to help us do this show more and more in-depth research, where we have time to do that, consider joining the Patreon at one of the tiers. We'll actually add a lower tier if you just feel like chucking $1 at us a month. But, anything you want to donate is always appreciated, and we've got bonus crap, and we may put together like a special tier where we send you physical rewards from us particularly.
One beaver nugget per envelope.
One beaver nugget and a ribbon.
Like, I do drawings and shit. I could draw your shit. So.
Absolutely. I could draw stuff, too. It won't look pretty, but I can draw stuff. Mike, you should draw stuff.
No thanks.
Draw blood. So, anyway, that's all I got. And so, if you want to learn more about the show or let us know what you think about it, you can contact us and find all kinds of fun stuff at supernatpod.rocks. That is supernatpod.rocks. You'll find links to the Discord, our Patreon, our YouTube channel, and all kinds of fun stuff. So head over there when you feel like it. So, that being said, we will see you next week for another fun topic. So until then, stay safe and stay frosty. Goodbye.
Nighty-night.
Back to Starfield for me.
I'm going to poop in an airplane. Actually, I'm going to name I'm going to put wings on my toilet and call it the poop plane.
The Diarrhea Zephyr.
Oh my God.
The Flying Throne.